is Coach Bob, and today is the day that you learn to juggle 3 balls. As a rule of thumb, if you can tie your own shoes, you can learn how to juggle. Juggling is completely learnable. I've helped a 6-year-old learn how to juggle, and I've helped an 80-year-old learn how to juggle. I can help you learn how to juggle. Learning to juggle is a lot like growing a mustache. It takes a lot of energy, patience, and daily grooming to get started. But once you've developed a solid foundation, it's fairly easy to maintain. The Coach Bob method for learning to juggle 3 balls is an 8-step process. The idea is to juggle without struggle, to build success upon success. Remember, as you go through these 8 steps, if you go slower, you arrive sooner. Take the time to master each step before going on to the next one. The first step in learning to juggle 3 balls is a 1-ball drill that gets you used to the basic throw you'll use in 3-ball juggling. If you just watch this orange ball as I do some 3-ball juggling, you will see what that basic throw is. You need to imagine the imaginary box right here. Corner, 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 corner. Everybody see it? So you're going to start with your hands pointed slightly inwards to form the bottom 2 corners of the box. And what you do is you throw up, almost a scoop throw. You throw up across your body. By the time you release it, it's a straight up throw, slightly above your head, catch it down in that corner. You repeat the process with your opposite hand, which is usually the weaker hand. So this is going to need some extra practice. You're going to throw it up to the opposite corner, catch. Corner, corner, catch. Corner, corner, catch. Do this until it becomes comfortable. You want to use a lot of arm on these throws. You want to keep your chin up. That'll help you get the necessary height there. You don't want to do low throws like this. You want them to be above your head. That'll be easier to learn with. And you want to strive for really consistent throws. If you imagine 2 spots up here, you're trying to hit those spots every time the exact same height. Corner, 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 corner. That's step 1. Go ahead and practice that for a little bit. Going on to step 2. We're going to continue with 1 ball. Now we're going to add a snap of the fingers before you catch. It's going to look like this. You're going to throw with your right hand or whatever hand you start with. When that ball hits the peak, that's when you snap your fingers before catching it there. So it's going to look like this. Throw, snap, catch. And then when you get it in this hand, you repeat the process the opposite way. Throw, snap, catch. Throw, snap, catch. Throw, snap, catch. Throw, snap, catch. You want to really get that snap in just as it peaks, maybe a little bit after. Up, snap, catch. Up, snap, catch. If for some reason you can't snap your fingers, you can replace the snap with a slap of your thigh. Throw, slap, catch. Throw, slap, catch. Throw, slap, catch. Throw, slap, catch. If you're throwing too low, this will really expose that. If you throw it too low, you may not have time to get that snap in. The higher the throw is, the more time you have to snap or throw another ball, as we'll see in step 3. For step 3, I want you to find a table, a bed, anything like this that'll keep you from having to bend over and pick up your drops, because now we're going to start dropping quite a bit. Step 3 is going to be with 2 balls, and what you're going to do is you're going to start with whatever hand you choose. You're going to throw up to that corner there. When that ball hits the corner, now instead of snapping, you're going to throw the other ball to the opposite corner. And right now, because we have this table here, I don't want you to worry about catching the balls. I want you to focus 100% on the throws. So it's going to look like this. Throw, throw, drop, drop. Throw, throw, drop, drop. Once again, that first throw goes up there, right when it peaks, maybe a little bit after, that's your cue to throw the second ball. So it's going to go throw, throw, drop, drop. And you should hear 4 distinct beats here. You shouldn't hear throw, drop. That would be 2. It should be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And kind of notice where the balls are landing on the table. If they're landing way out wide or forward and back, you want them to land, they want to land right by your shoes if you weren't using the table. Throw, throw, drop, drop. Throw, throw, drop, drop. I want you to spend a lot of time practicing this. Practice starting with both hands too. So if you go right, left, drop, drop, also practice left, right, drop, drop. Don't go on to the next step until that feels very comfortable. Now on to step 4. This is the most difficult step in the 8-step process. This is where most people quit learning to juggle, but not you. You can do it. Now we're going to start with 2 balls again. Instead of going throw, throw, drop, drop, now we're going to go throw, throw, catch, catch. Keep those catching hands low. Throw, throw, catch, catch. Consistent height on the throws. This is going to be difficult at first, but stick with it. If you have difficulty with this step, contact me and we can break it down even further. You can make learning to juggle 3 balls a 100-step process if you want to, but this is a crucial step to learn before going on to the next step. Throw, throw, catch, catch. Throw, throw, catch, catch. Once again, there should be 4 distinct beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And remember to practice starting with both hands. Right, left, catch, catch. There you go. Left, right, catch, catch. At this point, you cannot do a continuous juggle. A lot of people will try to keep 2 balls in the air frantically there, but really all this is a drill. So it's 1 throw, 2 throw, catch, catch. Take a deep breath. That's 1 repetition. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's another one. Don't worry about speed here. Just get that 4 distinct beats down and you should be all set. If this is difficult for you, too much difficulty, go back to step 3 and work on throw, throw, drop, drop. Get those throws nice and high, nice and consistent height. This is going to take a lot of practice. Don't rush through this step. And now on to step 5. For step 5, we're going to stick with the throw, throw, catch, catch idea with 2 balls. This time, we're going to add another snap. So it's going to look like this. Throw, throw, snap, catch. Throw, throw, snap, catch. Whatever hand you start throwing with, that's going to be your snap hand. So if I go right, left, snap, right, catch. Right, left, snap, right, catch. Once again, if you can't snap, throw, throw, snap, catch. Throw, throw, touch your head, clap. Whatever you want to do, just get used to doing something with that space in there. Throw, throw, snap, catch. Because eventually that snap is going to be another throw. So really, really work on this. The whole idea of throw, throw, catch, catch, throw, throw, drop, drop, throw, throw, snap, catch is very important. You should probably be able to do about 10 to 20 of these in a row without dropping, starting with either hand before you go on to the next step. Right, left, snap, catch. Left, right, snap, catch. Right, left, snap, catch. Consistent heights, consistent throws. Try to stay relaxed when you're doing this. Relaxed focus, that's the idea for juggling. Throw, throw, snap, catch. Practice that, master that, go on to the next step. Now we're on to step 6, and we finally get to start working with 3 balls. I've got 3 different colored balls here. I've got an orange one, a red one, and a blue one to help you. Right now, what you're going to do is you're going to choose the hand that you're going to start with. Some people like to start in their weaker hand. Some people like to start in their stronger hand. Just vary it and see which works for you. I'm going to start with 2 balls in my right hand. So where that third one goes, you put 1 in your palm, make a peace sign. That's where the third one goes there. So I have 2 in my right hand, 1 in my left hand. You always start juggling with a hand that has more balls in it. So I'm going to start with my right hand. All I'm going to do here is do a throw, throw, catch, catch. Throw, throw, catch, catch. And I'm just going to get used to holding this third one in my hand because it's a little different catching and throwing with the ball in your hand. So once again, I'm going to repeat the process starting with the right hand because it has 2 balls in it. Throw, throw, catch, catch. Throw, throw, catch, catch. Throw, throw, catch, catch. Once that becomes easy, I'm going to put the 2 balls in my left hand and I'm going to start working on the opposite side. Left, right, catch, catch. Left, right, catch, catch. Left, right, catch, catch. So with this one you should be able to do 10 to 20 repetitions without a drop before going on to the next step. Throw, throw, catch, catch. Throw, throw, catch, catch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Work on that and we'll be juggling in the next step, I promise. Here we go, step 7. This is where you officially become a juggler. Alright, you're going to start with 2 in one hand, 1 in the other. The way this is going to go, I'm going to throw the blue one, then the orange one, and then the red one will be the third throw there. So it's going to look like this. Throw, 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 catch. If you do it right, the 2 balls that started in your right hand will now be in your left hand. Throw, 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 catch. Notice how the throws are consistent height. I'm not throwing the next ball until the first ball hits its peak. Corner, 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 catch. Corner, 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 catch. The rhythm or the tempo of the juggling is very important. Oftentimes people want to go too fast, but really you have 2 hands and 3 balls, so essentially only 1 ball needs to be up in the air at a time. So it's slower than most people think. 1 ball, 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 1 ball. So right now all I want you to worry about is 3 throws. It's going to go right, left, right, stop. Right, left, right, stop. If this is difficult for you, go back some steps. Go right, left, snap, catch. Right, left, snap, catch. And then eventually you're going to replace that snap with another throw when you do 3 balls. Throw, 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 catch. Don't worry about keeping it going, just 3 throws and stop. Once you get really good, starting with one way, 1, 2, 3, stop. And then you can start with 2 in the other hand, left, right, left, stop. That is the basics of juggling. If you can get 3 throws and catch 3 throws, you are a juggler. 1, 2, 3, stop. The next step, I will tell you how to increase from 3 throws. Now on to step 8. So now you're a juggler. You can do 1, 2, 3 throws and stop pretty much 10 times in a row. You should be able to do that. 1, 2, 3, stop. That's 1, 1, 2, 3, stop. That's 2. You should probably be able to do that about 10 times in a row. Be able to start with both hands. 1, 2, 3, and then you're ready to go on to the 4th throw. The 4th throw is simply going to be the next hand that throws. So if you start with the right hand, it's going to go right, left, 4. So what your hands would look like if you didn't have any balls, you would be boom, 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 boom. Always switching what hand you start with. This is going to look like this. Corner, 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 that's 4. Do that for a while. Once 4 throws becomes easy, you could add 1 throw at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do that for a long time. Go up to 6, 7, 8. Usually you progress by 1 throw at a time until you get to about 20, and then you'll be able to just keep the pattern going. Consistent throws, using your arms, relaxed, catching low. You're not going up to reach them, you're letting them come down to your hands. Relaxed concentration. Takes a lot of practice, but like I said, juggling is completely learnable. Sometimes it takes people a couple hours, sometimes it takes people years, but you can learn how to juggle. Trust me. Alright, now as you're practicing, remember the 5 P's. Positive, practice, patience, perseverance, and pass it on. Go teach somebody else how to juggle. Thank you very much.